band really started in Brooklyn, which is where we are right now. This is sort of our spiritual home, although none of us live here anymore.
The three of us would get together and sing these sort of really personal songs that were not really appropriate for our more string bandy bands.
So it was the songs that didn't fit anywhere else.
Exactly. So it was like all three of us had in common that we had these songs that needed to find a little sisterhood.
Yeah, exactly.
I never feel as removed from a to-do list as when I'm on stage in a Sometymes Why show.
I think I'm the one who thought of the name Sometymes Why, and it came up when I was trying to put our names together, and Kristen Andreasen, her last name begins with A, my maiden name and last name at the time was Unger, beginning with U, and Aoife, a first name which contains just about every vowel, has the last name O'Donovan. So I was thinking, okay, A-U-O, and then Sometymes Y seemed more interesting than A-E-I-O-U.
We didn't actually have any Y's in the band, but I always kind of thought of it as sometimes Ruthie.
But sometimes Y, sometimes W-H-Y is also the sort of the clever play on words, and it's Y, sometimes Y, and, you know, as opposed to sometimes Y.
It's a question. What I remember about making the first record, it came about as this kind of happy accident. We didn't intend to make a record. We were at Ruth's house, which is in Woodstock, upstate New York, and we were rehearsing for a gig, and we needed a piano.
Yeah.
And the piano that we could think of just happens to be this incredibly world-class, absolutely beautiful studio called Ballard. They were like, well, the small rooms are booked, so would you mind
rehearsing
practicing in the Great Hall
on the grand piano?
And so we recorded about 6 songs that we just rehearsed there, to sort of complete takes, and we realized we had enough songs that it could maybe be the part of an album, and so
why not? A bottle of wine.
We drank a whole bottle of wine, and we could have called it done, and it was like midnight, and we recorded another 6 songs, which have sort of a different sound.
It was just a really fertile 24-hour period where
I remember. The other part of it was that the night before we went to this practice at Ballard, we had a campfire at Ruth's house.
Gosh, you're totally right.
Which is the first photo shoot also, and that's when we learned 3 or 4 of the songs that were on the record.
They were brand new. A lot of these songs were brand new.
Yeah.
We've been performing for 4 years?
4 years. This is our 4-year anniversary. It was November of 2004.
Exactly.
And making that first record was just so impulsive. And then, of course, we worked up some new songs, and audiences have been saying, why isn't that song on the record? Why isn't that song on the record? So we've been meaning to get this second record done. The new record is called Your Heart is a Glorious Machine, and the title track is called Glorious Machine. Aoife wrote the song, and that one song has a lot of the darkness that the first record had, but I think as a whole, the record is a little more lively and a little more accessible.
There's also this, like you say, this liveliness kind of going along with it that sort of is this juxtaposition, which I guess does make it a little bit more accessible.
I think one of the cool things about the new record too is there's one song of each of ours that have the vocals recorded in the old way, which was just live around one mic.
All 3 of us simultaneously
singing at the same time with no overdubs or edits or no tricks.
And every single song has a line that says you in it. So Your Heart is a Glorious Machine is the title, but each song is sort of talking to someone. And I think that's what we're doing in our songs. We're talking to, you know, our inner self or our friend or lover or somebody.
And it could be this one character that we're saying,
that poor guy.
I want to take you home and have my way with you, and then also,
Joey, I'm not angry anymore.
You know, there's lust and there's love and there's encouragement, anger, or it could be you, the listener, that you know, our album and the title Your Heart is a Glorious Machine. I sort of hope people will pick up the record and take that as a personal message from us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
Your heart is a glorious machine, the sheen of which can't be seen.